few months ago we spoke. You told me my goal was to go out and get, I think, 100 driving for dollars or reverse driving for dollars, 100 for sale by owners on Zillow, and 100 of something else. I didn't get that far because I followed that and actually got my first deal locked up way, way long ago for like $8,000. But it's been a few months. I'm still on the grind every day, and now I do have one under contract. The only thing is, I don't have a very I think a good enough window for my buyers. Maybe it's a 2-week closing, and it's a little bit over 400,000. So I just wanted to ask, in a case like this where you feel like you may need some more time, with your agreement with the seller, how do you approach that? Especially when I didn't promise her I could buy it, but obviously I found her, I got proof of funds, and I sent it over to her. So now I feel like I really don't want to hurt her in this case because I'm struggling to find a buyer. But the good thing is the property has at least 200,000 worth of equity. And I'm showing that to everyone else that I'm sending it to. So what would you do in this situation, or what would you suggest I do in this situation?
I just extend the closing. Pretty simple. I'd probably extend it 30 days.
Okay, and I've never done that before because this is only my second contract. Would I suggest that? And what would I say to her? Like, hey, listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the first thing you have to understand here is that, number one, you got to say it with confidence. If you don't say it with confidence, you're not going to get it. So there's a difference with, hey, Miss Seller, is it okay if we extend the closing? Versus, hey, Mr. Seller, we're going to extend the closing 30 days. What's more likely that they say, okay, what's more like, we are going to do this? People respect authority and people are okay with that. And I'm telling you that will give you the best results. Hey, Michelle, unfortunately, because of my partner, he had a personal issue. We're going to have to extend this closing 30 days. And some of our crew for working on the property, which is probably right because you got to wait for the other buyer. Pretty much it. And then you send them an extending. Basically, we agree to close the property from this date to this date. Pretty simple.
Okay, but and she does have the authority to say no, right? Like, just be like, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, she could.
Okay, she could. All right.
When did you lock up this deal?
I locked it up on the 24th, but we had some issues with DocuSign. So everything was actually completed on the 24th, but I was able to get a real TREC contract yesterday, and she signed it back and sent it to me, and I have it.
Why is your closing so short?
Honestly, I thought because in the past, it's really stupid. I thought that was going to give me an edge to get it locked up, only because again, I realized the equity, and I thought other cash buyers would notice this equity and try to jump on it.
Wow.
But yeah, and that's obviously just like you've said in the past. And I'll take this, the same thing. It's with cash buyers is never put your head in the seller's minds, and I did that with cash buyers, and it's biting me in the butt.
Yeah. Here's the good part, Jason. I've told everybody to do 30 to 45 days. On or before, put 30 to 45 days so you don't get put in the situation. Jason, I'm saying this nicely. You saw the information and you said, screw it, I know more than Zach. And then you did the 14-day. And guess what happens? Now you're coming back to me and saying, Zach, I didn't do what you said, and now I have a problem. How do I fix it?
Yeah.
So how do I fix this? Don't do that stupid stuff anymore. Do what I say. Number one, and I'm saying this because there's a lot of people listening to this, okay? Number two, now I tell you not to jump off a cliff and break your leg, and now you broke your leg and you're like, Zach, what do I do? I got to help you. All right. Sign the extension for 30 days and just say, hey, 2 weeks was not enough time for me and my partner to go through the house and look at it. Just sign the extension. That's pretty much it. I mean, you psyched yourself out, dude.
I did.
And you're not a mind reader, and you try to read somebody's mind. So you just don't do that anymore. 30 to 45 days, it will not give you the edge. I mean, dude, how does the edge feel right now? The edge doesn't feel good.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm actually holding on to the ledge, and that's why I'm here just saying, hey, Zach, can you grab me by the arm? Yeah, so.
Yeah, get away from the ledge. All right. Like, sign the extension and never do that again. That's all you can really do. Okay. I wish there's something special thing I could say, but like, that's the truth.
No, and that actually helped a lot. I just, with how contracts work, it's free to do business that way. I'm just go in and be confident and just request that, and I think we could do it because I've been trying to build some rapport with her. And hopefully it's come to the point where she could say, you know what, I like this guy, let's go ahead and do it.
See, now you're thinking you do back to the same problem.
Right.
In her shoes. Don't think in her shoes. Think in your own shoes. Hey, we need to extend this property.
Okay.
So go with me and say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna call her. Hey, Mrs. Seller. Appreciate you picking up my call. And
hey, Jason, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
That's good to hear. I just wanted to call in and check and had some things change here. I'm trying to coordinate with my partner, but it seems like we're gonna need some more time, at least 30 days. So I just wanted to go ahead and send you this extension contract so we can get things moving and have everyone on the same page.
Pretty good. Practice it 3 or 4 more times. You'll sound a lot more polished. But okay. That's pretty good good for the first time. I would probably write down what you got to say just between you and me. That'd probably give you the best edge. Since we're talking about edges today. And like what you said, just polish it a little more with less ums. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Trust me, that's the right thing to do.
Okay. And
We're
my
still ready
final.
to close, but you just explain that.
Okay. Wait, can you repeat what you just said? Because I spoke over you just then.
Yeah, we're still ready to close on this property, but we're just gonna have to extend it because of my partner.
Okay. Okay. That sounds fair. Okay. And my final question. I know everyone else is here waiting. Today when my girlfriend gets home, I'm gonna go ahead and do some driving for dollars.
No, you're gonna call the seller first, and then you're gonna drive for dollars.
Yeah. No. Yeah. She comes home in a few hours. So yes, for sure we'll call her and then do the reverse driving for dollars. Is there a time period where it's best to reach out to foreclosures? I really would look on Zillow, but I feel like I just can't call
Go
it
after pre-foreclosures, not foreclosures.
pre-foreclosures. Okay.
Pre-foreclosures. There's a whole module at wholesaling.com how to do it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. I'll be on another time. I'll give someone else a chance, and I really appreciate that, man. That really helped actually, like a
All right,
lot.
Camille's got a good comment. He said, "Blame it on the holidays." That's a good one too.
Okay.
Blame it
Awesome.
on-
Awesome.
So yeah, just explain that. I think you'll be. You are. I want you. I want to say this from the bottom of my heart, with all the love of my soul. You're just overcomplicating it, and just stop doing that. All right. Like this is not like something bad. It's but like, dude, you are just overthinking this.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not that. It's not that deep, bro. All right.
Yeah. No. It makes
Have
sense.
authority. Do it. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's talk about a scenario real quick. What if she says no? I have to do it in 2 weeks. What are you gonna do? This is very unlikely, but we got to know what to do, right? We got to see that. We got to know every which way of a situation. That's how a warrior does it. Right? That's how a fighter. They know every which scenario. So I'll tell you what to say. Okay. They say no. It has to be within 2 weeks. Say, hey, Mr. Seller, I'm sorry, but we didn't really even sign this contract, the TRAC contract, until a couple days ago, and because of the holidays and everything, it's just going to be a little more difficult for us to do. We didn't really account for our crew and our team to be off these many days, and it was a communication problem. I'm very sorry, Mr. Seller, but we have to be at this date.
Okay. Okay. I think you'd be pleased to hear this because it goes in conjunction with what you just said. But prior to signing it, there was some sort of things we had to iron out, and I did say, hey, this may be a little late because of the holidays and so forth. So hopefully that all comes together.
Yeah, like that. Hey, remember, Mr. Seller, when I said about the holidays, we're having a little issue with this, but we're still going to close on it. It's going to be probably around blank date. You're good to go.
Okay. But
You know what to do, man.
yeah, and I love what you said. We're still ready to close. That really exudes some confidence. So that makes a lot of sense.
All right, man. Have authority, confidence, and you should be good. Write it down. That's probably the best thing you can do.
Yeah, no, actually, I just finished writing it down. Yep.
All right, and then now go out here and actually get the extension already set out so you can send it as quick as you can.
Okay.
Archie, are you doing this in person?
No, I'm here in Florida, West Palm, and it's in Dallas. So no.
So I would send over the agreement while you're calling. Get it signed ASAP.
Okay, awesome.
All right, keep it up, man.
Yep. Thank you very much, Zach.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.